Recognizing the value of computer education, the IEEE Computer Society supports several activities at the undergraduate level. The Computer Science and Engineering Undergraduate Teaching Award recognizes individuals who have made outstanding contributions to undergraduate education through teaching and service. The award recipients are presented with a certificate and an honorarium in the amount of $2,000. Elizabeth Gerber is the Cordell Breed Junior Professor of Design at Northwestern University. Her specialty is in design and human-computer interaction with a particular focus on how social computing supports the innovation process. With her current research projects, Dr. Gerber is investigating crowdfunding as a mechanism for reducing disparities in entrepreneurship. Her work is NSF and NCIIA funded and has appeared in peer-reviewed journals including Design Studies, Transactions on Computer-Human Interactions, and Organization Science. As an award-winning teacher and researcher, Liz Gerber has touched the lives of more than 6,000 students. One of her most notable creations is Design for America, a paradigm-shifting national network of students who are using design to tackle social challenges. In addition to Dr. Gerber's thought leadership, award-winning research, and educational initiatives, her impact is most evident in the success of her students. In the past 5 years, they have won more than 25 local and national awards for their technical innovations. They have launched companies to address complex societal problems such as hospital-acquired infections and type 2 diabetes. Dr. Gerber is developing important design initiatives that foster interdisciplinary collaboration and learning. We are proud to present her with the Computer Science and Engineering Undergraduate Teaching Award.
The success of Dr. Gerber's students is truly a reflection of her influence and inspiration. Their work has been featured in outlets such as MIT's Technology Review, the Chicago Tribune, the Wall Street Journal, and ABC News. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Elizabeth Gerber.
Good evening. It's a true honor to be here. I'd like to thank the IEEE Computer Society for this lovely dinner. I haven't had a crochetage since I went to prom, so this is a real treat for me, and for inviting me out here to spend the day in Seattle. It's a true honor to be recognized for this work that I've been doing. I'm most grateful, as other speakers mentioned, for all those people who have really made it possible. I work with incredibly supportive colleagues at Northwestern University. I have incredible colleagues in the field of human-computer interaction, very tolerant administrators, and loving friends and family, friends who are in the audience today. I'm going to be really honest with you. I thought I was more likely to get kicked out of the academy than win this award. So this is a real treat to be up here. You see, my approach is a bit different than traditional modes of teaching, and it doesn't always align with the way that, with our models of undergraduate education. As a concrete example, when I first started teaching, my students told me they wanted to learn how to innovate new interactive systems that would change the world. And this is Facebook's coming out, just to give you a sense of the time. How do we create something like that? But honestly, they were too nervous to take the necessary risks required for innovation. And being somebody who understands the innovation process, I realized that they needed although I know they wanted to innovate, they weren't ready to innovate. So I created an assignment which I called the failure assignment. And basically, the requirement of the failure assignment is that you're required to fail. So if you don't fail, you fail, right? Everybody following me? So it's really interesting giving this assignment to overachieving students because they're so unpracticed in the art of experimentation and failure. Many of them are. And so oftentimes they would come back to me and said, Professor Gerber, I failed. And I'd look at them and say, really? That's not a big deal. And they'd say, okay, I'll try again. So it was very, it's a twisted assignment in that way. Anyway, I've since revised the assignment several times. Just last week, my colleague and I asked our students to write what we call failure resumes, which is an interesting activity, especially for these high-achieving students to do. And the interest of writing the failure resume is effectively to have them recognize all of the failures that you have to go through to achieve. And I'm sure although award winners to date, although we talked about all the successes, I'm sure there are many, many failures along the way that wouldn't have made the successes wouldn't be possible without those failures. And so understanding the role of persistence, reflection, and hard work are, in my mind, urgently needed if we're going to tackle the problems, the large societal problems that we're facing today. So I'm going to conclude my thank you with words of advice from my 6-year-old daughter. This morning, I was in Chicago driving her to school, and I asked her, 6 years old, what would you say if you were receiving this award tonight? And she said, and I quote, and I'll end with this. This is her pretending to receive the award. She said, "The award is not what is important to me. What's important is I worked hard and I never gave up. I engineer you," which I think is a variation of I love you, but I'm not sure. So thank you very much.